Hello everybody here. Today we are going to deal with the lesson of collocations with make and do. Already we've seen the collocations in many units in your program. So it's like saying, for example, school uniform, school subjects, educational system, sustainable development, brain drain, brain gain, rural areas or urban areas, etc., etc. So these compound words or words that go together to form, for example, one expression is what we call collocation. But today we are going to see collocations with the verbs make and do. But generally speaking here, when we say do to form a collocation, here we are talking about performing an action, or let's say just acting. But when we use make to form collocation, we are talking about producing or creating something. Here is a list of collocations with the verb do and collocations with the verb make. So, for example, in number 1, you can see do crossword or crossword puzzle, do dance, do drawing, do favor. We say, for example, do me a favor, can you do me a favor? Do job or do your job, do painting or drawing, do projects, service, an assignment. Or we say, for example, do your assignment at home, or do your task, or do your duty, or do your job. Here we are talking about acting something. Do business, do damage, do your exercises. We always say that in classroom. You should do your exercises. Do laundry, do bad or badly, do good, do hard, do the housework, do the dishes, do the rest of the exercise or the rest of something, do the shopping, do well, do work or your job, do your best, do your hair, do the homework, do your job already mentioned. And here we have a list of words that go with make to form collocation. Like make a cake. So when you want to make a cake, for example, you need to produce. It's not acting, it's producing. Make a call, make a change. We do not change on spot. Make choice, make a comment, make a complaint, make a confession or a connection, make a decision. You have to think about this carefully. Make a demand, make a difference, make a discovery, make a fortune, make a friend or friends, make a joke or jokes, make a list of something, make a living, make a loss or a mess, make a mistake or make mistakes, make noise or noise, make a plan, make a prediction. Let's go back to plan. Make a plan, pay attention here, and when you finish that, you do what? You do the job, or you do the business, or it's like here, you plan something, right here. Make a prediction, make a promise, make a reservation, make speech, make suggestion, make an appointment, an attempt, an excuse, make an exception or an observation, make an arrangement, make breakfast or lunch or dinner, because you need time for that. You need to produce, okay, or to create. So we say make breakfast, lunch, dinner. But when you finish making breakfast or lunch or your dinner, what do? You do the dishes. Okay. Make certain, make money, make travel, make your bed, make your way. So we never say do your bed. We say make your bed. We never say make good. We say do good. We never say make business. We say do business. Is that okay here? So something else here is that the list of words that go with do and words that go with make to form collocations, this list is not complete. These are just examples, okay? But what is important, you have to understand what do we mean by the use of do. To, for example, to talk about like acting or performing, and the use of make to talk about producing or creating. Let's move now to the practice of this. So, as you can see here, we have 12 sentences or 12 examples, and the exercise, of course, is fill in the blanks with make and do, but sometimes we need to make some necessary changes, like putting this do or make in the correct tense. You are not required to do this in national exam, for example, because whenever we give in national exams this make and do as collocations, we give you, for example, like multiple choice. So let's do number one. Sally wanted to a good impression. The focus here is not on the whole sentence. If you want to understand the meaning, of course, you need to read and understand every single word here. But to memorize, and it's very difficult to do that, the list of words that go with do and make, then the focus will be on what comes right after. So here we have the word impression. For number two, do you find it easy to, we have friends. Number three, Sam will some work on his project. So we have the focus is on work. The storm, some damage to our house. Here we have the word damage. Jack makes an effort to work harder. Here we have the word effort or an effort. Number six, it's really my day when he gave me flowers. We have day or my day. And we hear that a lot, many times, in American movies. We are going to do the example and see how we find it in movies. Mary is really an effort. We've already mentioned that before, here in number 5. Number 8, I forgot to my English homework. I think this one is very easy now. Alright, number 9, I couldn't, business. It's just a matter of practice. Number 10, can I use your mobile? I need to call. Number 11, I my shopping in the local market. So the focus is on the word shopping. Number 12, and the last one, if you noise, they will hear us. So let's start from the very beginning here to see whether we are going to use do or make. Sally wanted to a good impression. It's a matter of thinking. So, to make an impression or good impression on Bob. Do you find it easy to friends? We don't have friends on the spot. You need time for that. You need like producing or creating friends. It's like to make friends. Since we have two here, so the verb is infinitive. Some will, some work. What do you do with work? What do you do? We do it. We do the work. We act. So some will do. Here we have mobile verb. So the verb bare infinitive. The storm, some damage. Here we have action to our house. So this action is already done. So the verb do, but in simple past. Number 5, Jack must and effort to work harder. Must make an effort. Okay, so since we have mobile verb here, so the verb bare infinitive. It really made my day, sorry, because we use this or we have this a lot in American movies. We say, for example, "Hey, you really made my day." It's like I was not okay in the morning, or I was in bad mood, but you made my day. It's like you did something that made me feel great. Number 7, Mary is really so. Of course, we have it already here, but we have to pay attention to the tense of the verb. So we have make, but here Mary is really making, present continuous, because we have already the auxiliary of the verb be. I forgot to do what? To do my homework or my housework, whatever. Number 9, I couldn't business. You act here. You are not creating, you are acting. I couldn't do business. With him, I don't trust him. Number 10, can I use your mobile? I need to make a call. We never say to do a call. We always say to make a call. Number 11, I'm shopping in the local market. You are acting here. You are performing. So you are doing. I do my shopping. And finally, if you noise, we've already seen that in the list, but the list of make. If you make a noise, they will hear us. So this is all about make and do collocations. So what you need to do is just to read or go back to the list once again and read it carefully, and I'm sure you will find this very easy to be done. Thank you, everybody here.